Project management is a fundamental skill set that every consultant must have. The work we do is all project-based, and it really elevates our professionalism when we can come in with a disciplined approach to running these projects. In this module, we start with the best practices in preparing and crafting a kickoff deck. From there, we dive into details on scope management, governance, communications, and stakeholder engagement. We've also included an optional Project Management 101 if you need additional guidance on running meetings, developing project plans, building a RACI matrix, and much more. All right, let's dive into it a little more. Referring back to our project delivery framework, we're going to leverage the kickoff deck to talk through the main components of what we need to set up and then manage as part of our PM responsibilities. We strongly recommend that all your projects start with a kickoff meeting. This allows you to set the tone of the project and get everyone on the same page for what work is being done and how. There is a lot of work that goes into prepping for a kickoff, but a lot of the information you need to start should be available and based on the statement of work. So if you're preparing the kickoff deck, I would ask your manager to send you the SOW, and they'll likely share a version, probably without the pricing information. So let's start with what could be included in a kickoff. At the beginning of the meeting, it's natural to start with introductions. This helps introduce the consulting team to the client. From there, align on scope. A lot can change since the SOW signatures, and it's important to clearly communicate what is in and out of scope from the beginning. Next, show a high-level timeline that outlines the key milestones and deliverables with their target dates of completion. Getting into more detail, the governance structure of the project is good to establish. This outlines the key team members and the reporting structure on the project. This will help with understanding responsibilities and how information and escalation should flow. This also highlights the leads of different areas and should align to the RACI matrix if you have one. Some form of communications plan should be outlined, and that sets up the cadence of updates and status. Finally, depending on what stakeholders are in the meeting, you should begin setting expectations on their role, estimated level of effort required for the project, and immediate next steps. Depending on how big the project is, you may need to schedule multiple kickoff meetings. You could start with the leadership team and then possibly engage the next level down in separate meetings with each stakeholder group.